Call the meeting to order. This is Pittsburgh Water regular board meeting for July 25th, 2025. Apologize for being a few minutes late. We had a lengthy executive session with the board. No votes were taken. We received some updates on some critical projects. We'll start with roll call.
Mr. Shuley.
Here.
Ms. Strasburger.
Here.
Mr. Dunlop.
Here.
Ms. Weber.
Here.
Mr. Bay. Ms. McCormick-Barron.
Here.
Yes, board.
All right, thank you. Do we have any speakers for public comment this morning? Okay. We'll start with the approval of meeting minutes of June 27th, 2025. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. For a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor of approving the meeting minutes of June 27th, 2025, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstentions? The minutes are approved. We'll move to reports and updates, and we'll start with the Finance Department. Mr. Barker, you have a busy day today, Mr. Barker.
I'm going to take over for Rachel. Yeah, right. Board, including your board packet is the finance report as of June 30th, 2025. You'll see within the report that total receipts through the end of June total $112.9 million, which is about 47% of the budget for the year. In June specifically, Pittsburgh Water collected $18.6 million, which is roughly $1 million higher than the budget amount for that month. So good collections of the month. Year-end receipts are projected to be $241.3 million, which is about $1.4 million higher, 1.6% than the budget for the year. So we're on a good trajectory overall. Departmental operating expenditures through June 30th, 2025 total $56.4 million, about 43.4% of the budget for the year. Capital expenditures through that same period total $71.5 million, with year-end capital expenditures projected to be $203.1 million, still higher than last year. $42.7 million in debt service costs have been paid through June 30th this year, and that represents 45.6% of the total budget. Forecasted year-end debt service is projected to be $90.5 million, or $33.2 million lower than the last two savings there overall. Lastly, I will note that Pittsburgh Water's cash balance remains healthy at $173.6 million. It still is below most of our peers. But it is
Hey,
yeah.
sorry, I guess the AV is having issues. You mind just grabbing the microphone?
Sure. Gotcha. It's a little better. So I'll repeat that last paragraph. So lastly, I will note that Pittsburgh Water's cash balance remains healthy at $173.6 million, which is still below our peers, but healthy. This balance, though, will continue to grow all the way up to our next semi-annual debt service payment they're going to make next month. The payment is going to represent about $38 million. It is planned, it is budgeted for just a function of our cash flow to see our cash decrease. But again, it's planned budget for the cost. With that, this is our report for today. So we'll turn it back over and answer any questions. Thank you.
Thanks. Any questions, comments, Mr. Barker? Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have the engineering department report. Rachel.
Good morning, Chair Shuley, members of the board. Today, I'm going to start today with two project updates. We have our Braidwood Stormwater Improvements Project. Braidwood Stormwater Improvements. This project consists of a stormwater detention system in Braidwood Way in the Greenfield neighborhood. This project site was a former stream tributary that was later filled in to current grade. There is a low point on Braidwood Way that experienced persistent and severe flooding. Apologies. There was a low point on Braidwood Way that experienced persistent and severe flooding, which can be seen clearly in the photo on the left. The former stormwater system, which had been constructed by the city, was undersized and deteriorating, and it only kept up with minor precipitation events, while the majority of events did cause flooding. Shown on the right is the start of construction, the excavation area, and the placement of aggregate base and geotextile in preparation for the detention units. Here you can see the installation of the precast concrete stormwater detention modules. The cost of this project was just under 1.6 million and was funded through a cost share with the city of Pittsburgh, with Pittsburgh Water paying 71% and the city paying 29%. Next slide. The next photo on the left shows the completed modules being wrapped with a geomembrane liner. The project was substantially complete late last year, and paving restoration was completed this spring, as shown in the photo on the right. The project is anticipated to benefit approximately 17 properties along Greenwood Way. And this project and others like it help increase our stormwater control and mitigate flooding experienced by residents throughout the city. Next slide. Next is our Carroll Street Sewer Rehabilitation and Replacement Project. This includes the replacement of approximately 270 feet of existing 15-inch and 24-inch combined gravity sewers and cured-in-place pipelining of approximately 600 feet of 24-inch combined sewer on Carroll Street. And this is located in the Bloomfield neighborhood. These pipelines traverse a residential neighborhood. As you can see, it's particularly challenging because of the narrow street width, the proximity to residential buildings, and sewer depths of 27 feet. Project challenges also included the identification of hazardous waste material during construction testing, which resulted in critical excavation, storage, and disposal requirements. Nevertheless, the contractor is making good progress, and we are anticipated to complete the project on schedule. These photos show current construction project of a deep excavation in proximity to a residential building. Contract is being completed under our Sewers Under Structures program, which replaces or repairs assets located under or adjacent to buildings, bridges, and other structures with limited accessibility. And by addressing such sewers proactively, we can help avoid the major damage that would occur in the event of a sewer failure. Next slide. I'd like to recognize the following members of the Engineering and Construction Department who have presented in a technical capacity on our behalf during the first half of 2025 at various workshops and conferences. Not listed, I want to mention also our staff who have participated in numerous local community outreach events and project site tours organized and hosted by Engineering, Construction, and Public Affairs. And we commend not only the accomplishments on these respective projects, but also the efforts to prepare and showcase Pittsburgh Water's progress and help inform and guide the One Water community at a local, regional, and national level. That is the end of my slides. So just an update on our lead service line program. A total of 13,232 public and 9,868 private side lead service lines have been replaced through July 23rd. We currently have 10 active construction contracts involving lead service line replacements, which are a combination of small diameter water main replacement, neighborhood, and urgent contracts. Under the neighborhood contracts, we're currently working in 13 neighborhoods, including but not limited to Perry North, Millville, Lawrenceville, Mount Washington, and Spring Garden. Under small diameter water main replacement contracts, we're working in Brighton Heights, Point Breeze North, and Squirrel Hill. Work occurring in these neighborhoods includes verification to identify material of the service line, lead service line replacements, and restoration of pavement and landscaping. The following project is currently out for engineering bids, construction management and inspection services for the 2025 neighborhood lead service line replacement contract B. Bids are due August 11th. And the following projects are currently out for construction bids. We have temporary occupancy of our new operations facility, general, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing contract. This project is located at the River Avenue Operations Center and includes temporary utilities to support moving some of our operations staff to this location during the ABC project, as well as some initial permanent upgrades. Bids are due July 31st. We have a hydraulic valve replacement program located at our Pittsburgh Water Treatment Plant, general mechanical and electrical contracts. Bids are due August 14th. And finally, our Browns Hill Road sewer pump station replacement, general electrical, HVAC, and plumbing. Bids are due August 18th. Finally, in other activities, Engineering and Construction Department, along with many others in the organization, have been working through our capital project prioritization process, as well as updating our project schedules and cash flows in preparation for the 2026 to 2030 capital improvement plan. As noted in Ed's finance report, our anticipated spend for 2025 is currently $253 million, which is 78% of our CIP budgeted amount. We will continue updating our 2025 projections as the year progresses. In my report, I'll turn it over to Frank.
Questions or comments, Rachel? Thank you for your slides. I'm always amazed, even though I was literally, before you identified the depth of the line, I was looking at the ladder, trying to figure out how deep that thing was. It's amazing that 24 to 27 feet, that it's a challenging project. So thank you for all your work and staff.
I was actually thinking about how nervous I would be if I lived in that house. How do you,
Right.
comfort the homeowner to know that this is the best?
We do vibration monitoring. A situation where there was some uninterrupted vibration.
I will just say again how much I appreciate the visuals. And it's easy to read on the paper, but when you get to actually go out, as we've done many times, or see at least a slideshow, it really helps me a lot. So.
You're going to volunteer, Peg, to get down
No,
the ladder up there.
I'll wear a hard hat. Street surface.
All right, thank you. Next, we have Chief Operations and Environmental Compliance Officer, Mr. Sateri.
Yes, good morning, everyone. So one of Pittsburgh Water's core values is stewardship, which states as a public utility that we're responsible for serving as mindful stewards of our water system and continuing to provide essential and dependable water services now and for generations to come. This, of course, aligns well with our core value, which our mission, which is to protect public health and the environment through the delivery of safe and reliable water services. So to that end, this month, I wanted to provide you an update on some of our sustainability efforts, which help support that core value of stewardship and our mission. Pittsburgh Water is currently completing our MS4 stream bank stabilization and restoration projects in Glass Run and Chartiers Creek. This work was developed under our MS4 permit and will be completed by August 1st, so it's wrapping up right now. The project establishes the appropriate dimension, pattern, and profile of streams in these areas and helps reconnect those systems to the floodplain to help reduce sediment flowing into downstream waterways. The projects are designed to reduce sediment loading to our downstream waterways by a combined total of more than 92,000 pounds of sediment per year, which will help to improve water quality in those waterways and for our region as a whole. The second sustainability project I wanted to highlight is our greenhouse gas emissions inventory project, which is just getting started. The project will provide Pittsburgh Water with an understanding of our carbon footprint and will establish a baseline year so that Pittsburgh Water can continue to track emissions over time and help to assess the effectiveness of future mitigation efforts. Acquiring this baseline data is essential for our participation in various grants and subsidy programs where we may be able to receive funding for helping to reduce some of our carbon footprint or greenhouse gas emissions. Our consultant is going to identify and measure direct and indirect emissions of sources throughout our water systems, including the operation of those systems, product life cycle, as well as our supply chain. The report that will come out of this is anticipated to be completed by the end of the year and will also provide recommendations to us to help with effective mitigation projects and provide that groundwork for strategic resiliency planning in our system. Finally, Pittsburgh Water is actively sourcing sub-metering technology that will help better measure and record some of our electricity draws, currents, and surges that occur, particularly at our pump stations, and help to form really a better understanding of our system's energy use patterns. The information will supplement our greenhouse gas inventory and will allow us to make more informed decisions on equipment upgrades from both a sustainability but as well as a cost perspective. It again allows us to benchmark the current systems and to compare that against future improvements for efficiency and effectiveness, which also could be helpful in our participation in future grant or subsidy programs. The production and distribution of water, of course, is very energy intensive, and increases in electricity costs can have a large impact on our operating budget. So the electrical sub-metering, as well as that greenhouse gas emissions work, along with infrastructure improvements we're doing, such as those at our pump stations under the Water Reliability Plan, are ways that Pittsburgh Water is working to be stewards of our water system for our customers today, as well as some of those future generations. Finally, on the operations side, I just wanted to provide a few updates there. Last month in June, our water treatment plant averaged a production rate of over 64 million gallons of water a day for our customers, while meeting all of our drinking water quality standards, which we confirmed with 2,375 laboratory analysis on our drinking water in that month alone. Our field operation crews continue to work on planned maintenance within our distribution system, as well as addressing those emergency repairs that come up in a timely manner. And our sewer and field operations also continue to work in our wastewater and stormwater collection systems, performing cleaning and inspection work, as well as televising of those lines. And I'll have to say that after commissioning a new Vector truck, as well as a new camera or CCTV truck this year, we're currently working on staffing of those vehicles for additional crews in our sewer group to enhance our cleaning and televising efforts in our sewer systems. That concludes all my report here. If there's environmental compliance or ethics questions from the board, our staff or contractors, I'm always available and happy to support those. So, thank you.
Any questions or comments from Mr. Stary? Thank you, Frank. Next, we have the Chief Executive Officer report. Hello.
Morning, Chair Shuley, members of the board, members of the Pittsburgh Water team, and the public. We've had a very busy month. I know we've kind of for months been talking about the One Water Summit that was hosted here in Pittsburgh this month. Many of the folks in the room and our board member, Eric Strasburger, was there for portions of the summit. And my report out, it was a fantastic opportunity for our team to shine. We had speakers, not just myself, but representatives from our Human Resources Department and Public Affairs present during panels. But it was, even beyond Pittsburgh Water, a really awesome opportunity for the city to shine. I can't count how many people approached me and said, this is a fantastic city. It was still 95 degrees, but they still fell in love with the city, really appreciated our story of evolution and continued progress here in Pittsburgh. And I honestly didn't have much time to go into sessions because people were grabbing me and asking me about how we pulled off different components of our progress. One area, we had members of our customer service staff in attendance, and there was a lot of interest in our customer assistance programs. We've been sharing those programs and having at least 700 water leaders in the convention center thinking about these issues. Many people approached our team to ask for those lessons learned. I'm proud to report that we are on track for our goal of enrolling 9,000 customers in our bill discount program, which was our target this year. So we're doing everything we can to get those who are eligible that assistance they may need on their bills. And then leading up to Summit, I want to give a shout out to our public affairs team for generating a lot of interest. We had some, I'll say, uncharacteristically positive media coverage. There was a lot of excitement about the summit itself, which lended us the opportunity to talk about everything we're doing here at Pittsburgh Water. So really a fantastic week or so there, and really just want to, again, thank everyone from our team who was involved and participated. We'll continue to build upon those relationships that we made at Summit. This month, we have several meaty issues that will be up for consideration by the board. One is the asset transfer. This is the water and sewer assets transferring from the city of Pittsburgh to the authority. This is something that has been in the works for nearly 30 years. This first step is just that. It's a first step that will allow us to eventually execute that transfer with the city. I do want to thank everyone internally and externally who has guided us through the process, and we're hoping that this can be on track to get executed this fall with the city. And then also we're hoping to kick off our due diligence period for an administrative office facility. So I again want to thank the board for working with staff and discussing this at length. This is the first step of the process, and there will be certainly more to come as we work through there in potentially acquiring property. And then finally, I do want to recognize that we've had some service issues in the Brighton Heights community that have drawn a lot of attention from those residents. I do, while I'm not going to get into the details, do want to recognize that it has been a challenge. It's something that our team is taking very seriously and working on multiple different ways to try to mitigate impacts to customers in that neighborhood when we're performing maintenance and repairs. So it's something we're taking seriously, and we look forward to engaging the community in the next few weeks about what our solutions will look like. But just wanted to acknowledge that before I turn it over to the board for any questions you may
Questions for Will? Comment? We'll make one comment. Will, I was in a meeting this week with one of the largest philanthropic organizations in the city, they were very active 7 or 8 years ago in helping the authority and mayor's office at that time with the Blue Ribbon Panel and so forth. And they commented unsolicited about the evolution of Pittsburgh water, which, was a source of pride for me personally, but, reflects on your leadership, on the leadership of all the staff of Pittsburgh Water and this board, which, where we were, and they said, the story should get out more. So we'd like to see the story get out a little bit more, but we also have to do the day-to-day work, right? And the examples of Bright Heights and other things keep coming up and so forth. We're striving for that best-in-class position, but I appreciate everything that you have done and your leadership team and everyone on staff to make the authority what it is. And I know that we did have an opportunity to shine at the One Water Summit, and I'm sure they wouldn't have picked Pittsburgh if we weren't one of the leaders. So congratulations on all of that.
Thank you, Alex.
All right, we'll move to resolutions, and we'll start with Monica.
Good morning, Chair Schwally and members of the board. Resolution 65 is requesting approval for the Chief Executive Officer to enter into a bailiff sale, assignment, and indenture, and a bailiff sale, assignment, and indenture related to the stormwater assets with the city of Pittsburgh to transfer the assets in connection with the operation and maintenance of the water and sewer systems of Pittsburgh Water. By way of background here, as Will mentioned, the capital lease agreement, which is dated July 15, 1995, whereby Pittsburgh Water leases water and sewer system from the city of Pittsburgh, will expire on September 1st, 2025. Upon expiration of that term, Pittsburgh Water has the option to acquire all the leased property from the city of Pittsburgh in consideration of the payment of $1. This resolution will authorize Pittsburgh Water to exercise that option and to authorize the Chief Executive Officer to enter into the bailiff sale, assignment, and indenture with the city to transfer the water and sewer systems for ownership by Pittsburgh Water.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Well, this is a big deal, Monica. Something we've been working on, you've been working on, the staff's been working on for quite some time. We're anticipating this. I know we've had some discussions about the confidence level. We'll get this done this fall. You have a high confidence level. We'll get this done.
We're hopeful we'll get it done by this fall.
Remember, I'm going to give you the dollar out of my wallet. for these
All right.
assets.
Happy to pass that over. 4 quarters.
All those in favor of resolution number 65, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, thank you, Monica. We'll move to resolution 66. Mr. William BJ McFadden.
Morning, Chair Schwally and members of the board. Resolution number 66, approving the award of base year multiple capital contracts for the 2025-2026 small meter replacement project to Neptune Technology, LB Water, Exeter Supply, and this is a cumulative capital budget, $1,725,077.75.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 66, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution 66 is approved. Thanks, BJ. We move to resolution 67. Welcome, Jen.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Chair Schwally and members of the board. In your board packet, you have resolution 67. This resolution is requesting the board's authorization for the Chief Executive Officer to execute a purchase sales agreement with Warehouse Development Company for the administrative office property located at 3011 Smallman Street. The This is a non-binding agreement that allows Pittsburgh Water to inspect the building and potentially move forward with the purchase.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 67, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, resolution 67 is approved. Thanks, Jen. We'll move to resolution 68. Ed,
For my rampage,
you got, you're up for a while.
resolution number 68, authorizing issuance of new subordinate debt for a new bank loan for the purchase of an administrative office property in an amount not to exceed $29 million.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion approved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 68, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution 68 is approved. Go get them.
For these next three, just to give context, and I'll read them individually, these next three are related to our water reliability plan, the funding necessary for that plan. These three resolutions specifically are the result of cost increases for that plan. Original cost estimates were created prior to COVID, so prior to 2020, so just through that period, the inflation and cost increases.
Take them individually or is it?
Take them
individually?
Resolution number 69, approving a resolution to apply for funding to the Pennsylvania Infrastructure Investment Authority in an aggregate amount not to exceed $228 million. And I will note that this resolution supersedes resolution 10 of 2020.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 69, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution 69 is approved.
Resolution number 70, approving the securing of funding from the Pennsylvania Infrastructure Investment Authority in the aggregate amount not to exceed $228 million. And again, I will note that this resolution supersedes resolution number 20 of 2020.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. For a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 70, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution number 70 is approved. Move to 71.
Resolution number 71, approving the reimbursement resolution for water reliability plan projects as part of the Pennsylvania Infrastructure Investment Authority, that's PENVEST, closing process. And again, for this one, I will note that this resolution supersedes resolution number 19 of 2022.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion approved.
Thank you. For a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 71, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution 71 is approved. We move to resolution number 72.
Resolution number 72, authorizing Pittsburgh Water Management to sign on behalf of the Board of Directors Chair and Secretary on Pennsylvania Infrastructure Investment Authority closing documents.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? This is a little bit of a change. Normally you have board members sign off on the closing documents. This gives our CEO the opportunity to sign, but all of the other approvals come to the authority prior to that, correct?
Correct, yeah, just for the record, so the resolution to apply the securing of funds and reimbursement resolutions will still continue to come to the board. All this change does authorize Will, myself, and Jen to sign on behalf of the chair and secretary on closing documents.
Questions or comments? All those in favor of resolution number 72, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution 72 is approved. Resolution number 73.
And again, for resolution 73 and 74, just to give context, these two resolutions were previously authorized by the board earlier this year. They're related to the DCD Small Water and Sewer Grant Program. Since we have submitted those applications, we have received notification from the DCD that there is additional funding available. So we're increasing the amount of grant funding we're requesting for this resolution. With that, resolution number 73, approving an application for grant funding to the Pennsylvania Department of Community Economic Development for the Small Water and Sewer Program for replacement of small meters. And I will note that this resolution is received number 87 of 2020.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Because I know we all have the same question. How much?
So for this one, it's an additional $85,000.
My question was gonna be, is this a normal, does this happen?
I've never seen it happen.
Yeah.
It's good news that we have that communication.
It's
so we're
terrific,
taking advantage of
congratulations. Yeah.
And I was just gonna say, great job to the team for, however large or small it is, going after additional funding, to stay on top of it, to have the communication with them, and then to actually go after it and not just put it aside or forget about it, or whatever it might be, going after additional funding. Even if it's a relative, in the scheme of things, relatively smaller amount is really important.
And I would add to that, thank you to the state and kudos to the team, because when there is additional dollars available on the state, those dollars tend to go to high-performing organizations. And so that says a lot about who we are in our relationship.
Great comments. Echo all of those comments. It's a microcosm of your team and awareness, that they all have, and the ability to go out. It's not a small amount of money, so it's very good. All those in favor of resolution number 73, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution 73 is approved. We move to resolution 74.
Resolution number 74, approving an application for grant funding to the Pennsylvania Department of Community Development for the Small Water and Sewer Program for leak detection and reduction program. This, I will note, this resolution supersedes resolution number 85 of 2025, and the additional amount we're requesting here is roughly $60,000.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion approved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 74, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution 74 is approved. We're up with resolution 75.
Thank you.
Back to Rachel.
Resolution 75, approving a change order for a capital contract for the construction of the 2020 sewers under structure contract 1 Carroll Street project to Neely and Sons. Capital budget $357,721.56. This is the same project that I noted earlier in my presentation. This change order was necessitated by the identification of residual and hazardous soils within the project area. Additional testing was performed to further identify and narrow the physical extent of this hazardous waste to minimize the costs on our part. So this additional cost includes the testing and disposal of both the residual and hazardous waste, which is not considered controversial.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? So the materials classified as hazardous, so
Reactive sulfide.
so the pictures that you showed earlier, so, there was, seemed to be a lot of care in terms of the bedding around the pipe, including the geotextile fabrics. Is that standard for us, or is that just because of the particular condition of the hazardous waste?
That would be standard.
Any other questions or comments? All those in favor of resolution number 75, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution 75 is approved. The last resolution of the board meeting, resolution number 76.
Resolution 76, approving the award of a capital contract for construction of the 2024 large diameter water main replacement project to Incision Form Technologies. Capital budget $15,315,501.
Thank you. May I have a motion?
Second?
Any discussion? All those in favor of resolution number 76, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Any abstentions? Resolution 76 is approved. Thank you, Rachel. Is there any other business to come before the board today? Comments? We're here in the middle of the summer. It hasn't rained in a couple of days, so that's a good thing. Well, thank you all. May I have a motion to adjourn? Second?
Second.
Meeting is adjourned.
Here, here.
Is your copy?